Guys, so as you guys can see here, market did come lower after tapping the fair value gap once more. We traded lower here. It's 10 a.m. currently. 9:30 open was pretty crazy, so I'm glad that we weren't in the markets when this happened. I was cooking food for my dog, so we avoided this nonsense. But let's see what happens here now. We tapped under this low here, got real close to Asian, and look at how interesting it is. We got inside of this volume imbalance, which is funny because I was looking to buy in here. I thought it was an interesting level. We traded inside of the 4 hour bearish order block that you guys can see, and that's the red line that we see here. That is our 25% level. So I don't know if they're going to want to come higher once more. I'm thinking maybe we can see something like this, taking these highs. But I'm not 100% sure yet on the direction. We came real close. We kind of made higher highs here. I do think it's going to go higher. I'm not sure if I want to enter yet. Uh, I'm trying to see what's the best when it comes to risk to reward. Um, this is going to be around 100 points risk. Yeah. $500 more or less. So we are inside of this bearish level now. I want to see if we're going to respect this bearish level because we did fail to go lower this below this low. So there's a chance that price wants to continue higher because we closed higher here and we use this imbalance here, which is a 5 minute, not imbalance, but bullish fair value gap was disrespected. We're above it. It looks like we're using it as support, but I'm not 100% sure yet on this. But look at how clean the bodies of the candles. It hit that sell side liquidity equal lows, and it tapped that 705, 618 perfectly. So that is looking really clean to me. Ideally, we would have entered already, but I told you guys I'm feeling like really hesitant to enter, kind of doubting myself a little bit. But if we had just put a limit here, imagine a limit order right there, stop loss under the blue area, and then targeting. Obviously, if we had targeted here, we would have missed. But if we had targeted just like the highs here, for example, that's 288 points. That would have been clean. So we'll see what happens here. I think it's going to continue higher now, but we're going to have to see what happens. As you guys can see, we completely disrespected this bearish level, traded higher above it. What I think I'm going to do is enter here with my stop loss under that fair value gap here. And we are gonna, it could be wrong, guys, but ideally, since we kind of like traded higher above it, I want to see if maybe we tap to the 50%, and I'll allow it to come to the lows here if necessary, but I am targeting the highs here like this, 400 points. Ideally, I want to see it push higher above this fair value gap, use it as support, and rush to the highs here because a lot of people sold, and I think they're targeting the 19,630 highs and then eventually the 19,690, 19,700s. So that's what we're looking for. Well, if it hits CP here, we're pretty much calling it for today because it's Friday, so we want to come in, get in and out of the trades, and not really get into too much risk. So what we're gonna do now is shift stop loss to break even. We're already up 580 points. Ideally, I want to see if price just taps, if it does want to come lower, taps inside the volume imbalance, finds support and pushes higher once again. We are now trading inside of this bearish level here. I would like to see it just keep pushing higher. And so far so good. $955 up inside of here. I'm actually going to take my profits here. $800 for today. I'm happy with it. We're inside of this level. And it's a bearish level and I don't trust it. So we made another 825 for today. I'm going to take my profit and I'm going to call it a day here. We're at $15,234 in this account. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if the market wants to give us this buy side liquidity that I'm targeting, but I'm just going to take my profits here. We entered at 19,530.75 and we got out at 19,572.25. So that was a total of 165 points on NQ, risking 100 points. So that's it for me today, guys. As you guys can see, I did record me talking and analyzing the markets here. I didn't take any trades, as you guys can see, but I was tempted to, but I wanted to wait until like 9:30 for me to see what I was going to do. Look at that, guys. As you guys can see, we are kind of rejecting that 50% area very well. It's also a bearish level here, like high, low, higher, high. It's kind of like a breaker. So you have to keep in mind this right here. And that is also 50% of that breaker. So they could possibly use price to come lower now. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I got my money and I'm calling it. I'm trying to keep myself as least amount of emotions as possible and just really logical thinking. And that was the trade that I took today that made the most sense. And boy, am I glad that I took my profits here, because look at that. It's coming back to this area. They're most likely taking it lower and targeting these lows now. But I'm not trading anymore. I'm calling it. I work at 11, so I have to be out and leave my house by 10:30. So that's the trade I'm taking for today, and I'm very content with how we utilized the levels and how we traded. Honestly, I am happy. That's all I have to say. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, a like, comment your bias for today's market for NQ. If you guys took a trade, tell me where you guys took the trade. And if you guys had a loss or a struggle, comment down below. I want to hear it. Thank you. Take care.